Alright, and welcome back, guys. So in this video, we're going to be showing you the single quickest way to level up weapons in zombies. Now, we already do have a guide showing you the quickest way in multiplayer, and that guide is a little bit faster than the zombies method. You do get more weapon XP per hour in multiplayer. However, multiplayer is a little bit more stressful because obviously playing against real players and it can get real annoying real quick, and it's a little bit more inconsistent with skill-based matchmaking. Some games you're going to be getting a ton more, and some games you're going to get a little bit less, and it's going to be kind of a roller coaster. Showing the method I'm going to be showing you today in zombies is going to be a more stable, more consistent levels every single game, but overall it will be a little bit slower than the multiplayer route. Now, before we get into this video, if you want to sub, it'd mean a lot to me. We just hit our goal of 30k, so I guess our new goal is 40k. I'd appreciate that so much. And we've got awesome grinding shirts like this in the store below if you're looking for some shirts to wear while you're grinding weapon levels or anything else you're going to be grinding in this game. All right, now with that, as you can see, we are in Warzone here, and no, this guy doesn't have anything to do with Warzone, so our Warzone, something we talked about in our last video, is if at any point in time you've played Warzone or Modern Warfare, there is a chance you have weapon XP tokens and XP tokens in Warzone. These are separate from your Cold War tokens, but they're used the same. So if I were to activate this 15-minute double weapon XP token right now and then hopped into Cold War, I would have 15 minutes of double weapon XP in Cold War. So if you've already used all of your tokens that you have in Cold War, go over to Modern Warfare, check out Cold War, and see if you have any tokens you can use in here. As you can see, I've got 5 1-hour tokens. That's 5 hours of double weapon XP alone just in Warzone, and then 4 45-minute ones. And I didn't play a ton of this game, so there's a chance you've got a lot of stacked up tokens that you could use to help your Cold War grind just sitting dormant in Warzone right now. All right, now we're back in Cold War. In the Cold War menu, really the only thing I would suggest running on your class is really kind of Ring of Fire. Obviously, run the gun you're trying to level up. Ring of Fire is your secondary, and you'll be good to go. Now, as you can see here, we've loaded in. We are on D Machine. Now, the reason we're on D Machine is, in general, for grinding, D Machine is still the best for kills in a quick manner. XP, pretty much anything you can grind out, D Machine is still the quicker method than FIREBASE-Z. So as you can see here, we're spawning in just for the first 3 rounds. We're just building up enough points to go ahead and get on top of Penthouse. That's where the most kills per minute and your most score per minute is going to be, is on top of Penthouse, and it's the quickest kind of fast killing spot you can get in early game. See, I'm just running solo here. However, if you can find friends to play with, or if you can maybe put on a split screen account that's just going to AFK, you will be able to increase the amount of weapon XP you're getting quite a bit. This game kind of differs XP depending on how many players you have in your game. So it's going to be quite a bit faster if you can get a friend to come do this with you, if you can get 2 or 3 friends, especially if they're going to be AFK. If you are playing with 4-player zombies by yourself, it is going to dramatically increase the amount of XP you're getting. So if you are playing on Xbox or PS4 or whatever, and you're able to put on a secondary split screen account and just have that secondary account AFK, you're going to be getting a lot more weapon XP per hour than what you would be doing without it. Now, if you are unfortunate and you aren't able to do the split screen method and you don't have any friends who want to join the game to kind of maximize your weapon XP, we do have a Discord server of people wanting to play zombies, grind DM Ultra, Dark Aether, pretty much any type of thing you could grind in Cold War. We got a Discord down below that people are constantly talking and grinding in. So go down, check out the Discord, see if you can find some people below to help you with your weapon XP grind. Now, this right here is really the main part of the strat. You do get more XP per kill on early rounds, just like you get more XP with the more amount of players who are in your game. After a certain amount of rounds, this no longer really comes viable for gaining XP. If you guys have done high rounds, you know for the first 15 to 20 rounds, you get a ton of weapon XP, and then after that, you get almost nothing. Now, there's really 2 main ways you can go about doing this. If you're going for challenges and you want a little bit more player XP, you can go to round 11 and exfil, right? That is going to get you a little bit less weapon XP. If you're just grinding for weapon XP, it's usually best to go to about round 13 to about 16 is kind of the range you want to be going to. However, if you do need, like I was saying, there's a calling card for exfilling 50 times. This is an amazing chance to work for that calling card, and you do get more player XP because you get bonus XP for exfilling. So if you want to also get quite a bit of player XP while you're doing this, it would not be a bad idea to go to round 11, exfil, and do that and rinse and repeat while you're leveling your weapon up. However, if you're really just completely focused about weapon XP and you don't care about anything else, you kind of want to just stay up here as long as you can with an unpacked weapon until you die, which will usually be like round 13 to maybe 17. Any farther past that, you're not going to be getting a lot of weapon XP. Also, this strat does depend on what weapon you're using. I would not recommend this strat if you're using a sniper, if you're using like a rocket launcher. You definitely want to try to level those up with multiple players in your game because you're not going to be able to hold off the zombies while using a sniper or obviously a rocket launcher or anything like that. This spot's not going to work. But for any sort of full auto or semi-auto weapon, this area is perfect. And one of the reasons this is so quick is because, as you can see, we're not wasting time. We're not turning on power. We're not opening up the map. We're essentially starting the game, getting to round 2, opening the top of this area, and just getting as many kills as quickly as we can. If we start opening stuff up, yes, it's going to allow us to go farther into the game, but it is going to, opening the map up takes kind of away from time we could be killing, time we could be getting XP. And on top of that, we don't want to be going to a super high round, because the rounds and the XP you get less XP as higher round goes on. So for most weapons, this would really be my strat. Get up here and just go as long as you can, as long as you're not going to an insane round. We do have Ring of Fire, so when we do get overwhelmed a little bit, we're going to be able to use the Ring of Fire. Obviously, we were using an SMG here, which is better than some of the other weapons, but in my opinion, the KSP is probably the weakest of the SMGs, so it is a pretty decent comparison. And as you can see here, when you're out of ammo, just come down here, get it from the ammo crate, and you're good to go. And just back and forth. And really, that's the main portion of this strat. And if you're not exfilling, just go until you die for the most part. And that's really this strat. So we're going to continue on and see how far I get to and kind of see where this leads me. All right, but as you can see here, we made it to about round 12 before we went down. If you're playing with more players, you go to a little bit higher of a round. If you're using maybe an assault rifle and not the KSP, once again, you're going to be going to a little bit higher round than 11 or 12 here, but look at that. In that short amount of time, we got about 300 kills, and that alone would have gotten you a decent amount of XP. And like I said, the longer you go on, you're getting less XP per kill, and it only takes 1 round to get set up if you're doing this in the penthouse strategy, because all you got to do is open those 2 doors, and you're in the strategy. So if you die early, like on round 11 like I did, and you don't quite make it to round 14 to like 16 or around that range, you're still fine, because watch, all we have to do is start up another game, open top of penthouse, continue, and just keep running through it like that. And it's just real quick, real fast setup, not much to worry about with the time seek. Obviously, if you're with more players, you can probably make it to higher than what I did here with pretty much little effort. But yeah, a really easy strat, and this is probably the strat that I'm going to be using when new weapons come out. Yeah, it's going to be quicker in multiplayer, but guys, zombies is so much more fun to play and way less stressful than multiplayer. So I think even though it's slower, when we get those new weapons come the 25th, this is going to be my preferred way of getting those weapons max rank, so we can get the DM Ultra and Dark Aether done on these weapons, boys. That's something else I want to comment on. Before this, I didn't really show this too much, because I was like, oh, why would I go to these low rounds to level up a weapon? Because I was like, oh, you don't get elite kills, and if you're trying to get Dark Aether, obviously getting the elite kills is one of the hardest things. But now it makes perfect sense to level up a weapon like this, because all you gotta do is play 1 game of FIREBASE-Z, and you'll get all of your elite kills. So even though while doing this, yes, you're probably not going to get any elite kills at all, it really doesn't matter, because 1 game of FIREBASE-Z, you will get all 15 elite kills, nothing to worry about there. So you're not really missing out on anything. Yeah, obviously you're not getting as many headshots per minute as what you normally would be getting, but you're going to get that weapon leveled up to max. So maybe do this strategy till you get your weapons to about level 40. And then once you have your weapons about level 40, do one of the other strats that I've showed that are quicker in terms of getting headshots per minute. So I wouldn't use this all the way till the gun's max rank. Do this, get the gun until, like I said, 40 is kind of the cutoff. You don't want to be leveling up much past that, because you'll be able to finish the rest of the stuff while you're getting the headshots and the critical kills. But yeah, now that we got both guides out here, I'd level up your weapons, and then we've got tons of other guides in terms of grinding Dark Aether on the channel, boys. But yeah, it's gonna be it for this one. If I missed anything and you have anything else that helped you, make sure you leave it in the comments below. We got ton of helpful comments in the description, and there are things that I do miss in these videos, and tons of helpful people below looking to help you out and finish this grind, boys. But with that, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.